Once again, if you do have questions, please utilize the raise hand feature to get your question in the queue. With that being said, happy to be joined by Coach Taylor with Jackson State. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing great, Coach. Appreciate you. And thank you for taking some time out of your schedule to join us. Coach, if you could please start us out with an opening statement recapping your team's most recent outing versus Bethune-Cookman.
It was a good weekend. It was their homecoming, a great football atmosphere down there this weekend, down in Daytona. A great football game, though. They came out and played great football in the first half. 17-17 at the half. We had to go in as coaches, make some adjustments, and found a way to, separate in the second half. Herb Mulligan had a great weekend of football. He ran the football well. We ran for almost 350 yards in that football game. So very pleased with my team. But we're excited to be back home now in the vet. Got homecoming this week against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Coach Hampton has been doing a good job there. I heard him earlier. He's pretty fired up, sounds like, about coming down here to play us. So we look forward to it.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. Now, we do have several questions already in the queue. We're going to ask everyone, please limit your questions to one initial question. Feel free to re-raise your hand to get an additional question answered. With that being said, first question goes to Doc Holliday.
Coach Taylor, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you, Doc?
I'm doing good. You just said that Irv had a exceptional day running the football, over 171 yards, but he could have had over 250 yards in the game with the sideline interference. What was that about?
The ref, I guess he bumped into one of my coaches on the sideline on that long run, and he threw the flag on us. From my understanding, he said that I thought it would be a warning. It's usually a warning, but he said that I was told that play actually has to come back. So, the ref made the call, and it is what it is at this point. I don't want to say much about it, Doc, but it was a tough deal when you take a play like that away from a kid.
Right. Appreciate you, Coach.
No problem, Doc.
Next question goes to James Hill.
Coach, I hope you and everybody in Jackson are well. When you think about controlling your own destiny, goal setting and winning, the SWAC and even going to Atlanta, I know it's 1 week at a time, but homecoming, Pine Bluff, and the opportunity to win and take care of business. Talk about that 1 week at a time mentality.
Oh, definitely. We as a program, I talk to these coaches, these players, we don't look past no opponent. You saw how Bethune came out, firing on all cylinders on us this weekend. It's about us making adjustments, and not slipping up in these football games, and play every opponent the same. Play our physical brand of football. We want to execute as a unit, offensively, defensively, and special teams. But we're just taking them one at a time, one quarter at a time, and that's the same deal going into this one with Pine Bluff. We know it's homecoming here in Jackson, but like I told the team, for us, the homecoming is for the fans. We got to go out here and win another conference football game and take care of business this weekend.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Next question goes to Kesha Kelly.
Hey, Coach Taylor, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. So, and I kind of like James said, I was going to ask kind of the same question, so I'll kind of go away from that. You talk about playing physical football and going 1-0, because that's what it's about from week to week. Right. How do you keep the guys grounded? Because we know everybody's ultimate goal is to get back to Atlanta, but how do you keep the guys grounded in that going 1-0 every week and continue to build playing physical football?
Physicality is something we just instilled and preached all summer with these guys when they were in the weight room, throughout training camp, when they was, beating each other up on the football field, out there on the practice field. You get to play against some physical opponents. Football is a physical game, and that's the only way, championship teams become, their champions, because, they play a physical brand of football. But, I told them going into the season, the end plan is December, but to get to December, we got to weekly take care of each and every opponent, and each and every opponent brings something different to the table. And but if we're playing physical, we're executing and doing the things we can control. Not turning the football over. I know this football team will be fine going forward.
All right. Well, good luck this weekend, and I don't want to see you out there tailgating now.
Oh, never that. Take care.
Next question goes to Tanner Spearman.
Good morning, Coach. So far this year, you guys have faced many of the best quarterbacks in this conference, and you've got another one, Mekhi Hagan's coming to town this week, and he's also got the SWAC's leading receiver in Javonte Gibson. How does this UAPB passing offense compare to some of the ones you've faced already, and what does your defense need to do to slow them down?
Those two guys are right there, like you said, at the top of in the SWAC, you know, for as going out there playing quarterback and receiver position. You know, we just got to know where they are on the field, keep a quarterback like Hagan's bottled up in the pocket. He does a great job of, you know, throwing the football around and escaping when things, you know, aren't clean. So we got to keep him bottled up in the pocket. We've done a pretty good job. Like I said, we faced some really good quarterbacks this year in conference and out of conference. But our D-line understands that, you know, they got to get to the quarterback. That's what they do a good job of. This receiver, he's really good. You know, he might be the best in the SWAC, one of the best in the SWAC. He got good size, you know, they do a good job of scheming things up to get him the football. So we just got to know where he is on the field, and when he catches it, get him to the ground.
All right, thank you, Coach.
No problem.
This question goes to Toona Stapleton.
Morning, Coach. How you doing? Or
I'm
good
good.
afternoon.
How are you? Morning.
I'm good. Thank you. Coach Taylor, the defense allowed several big plays in the first half, but made impressive adjustments to shut out Bethune-Cookman completely in the second half. Were the initial challenges due to expecting the other quarterback, Cam Ransom, to start? And how did that factor into your early game strategy?
Well, I think they just came out played flat, to be honest with you. You know, I didn't see what I was talking about earlier, that physicality. I didn't see our defensive team speed the way they usually flying around. Secondary gave up a couple big throws right there to extend drives. We had them backed up behind the chains several times. So, you know, we just had to get them motivated, get them going, get the energy level at, you know, where we're accustomed to seeing those guys play. We did make some adjustments. Our defensive staff at the half that we knew would come out and help us out in that second half. But they got to understand too, like I told the defense after the game, you know, you got to come out and be who you are from the beginning of the snaps, beginning of the game, all the way through 4 quarters of football. But first half, like I said, on Saturday, I didn't recognize that defense. Second half was the defensive unit that I was accustomed to seeing. They did a good job in that second half.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
This question goes to Doc Holliday.
Yeah, Coach, I got one more question. Defense in the third quarter, from what I saw, you only gave up -1 yards to Bethune-Cookman, while you gained close to 200 yards of total offense in that third quarter. What was the thing that you saw as far as the defensive wise going into that third quarter, going from the third quarter into the fourth quarter, and what we could take into the next game against Pine Bluff?
They started striking people, you know, and the D-line took control of the line of scrimmage. We had some guys get to the quarterback in that football game, and, you know, that's what we preach here at Jackson State. Get to the quarterback, you know, flush him out of the pocket. Let's get him to the ground, see if he's going to get up off the ground. But they just started playing. We start getting 11 hats to the ball. The whole energy level started to change with those guys. And our offense is always going to feed off of that. You know, in the first half, we had the defense was feeding off the offense. Every time they, you know, those 2 drives they did go score, we went on there and responded with scores ourselves, you know, and the game was tied at the half. But like you said, third quarter, that was the JSU brand of football that I was accustomed to seeing. And, you know, that's something that they're going to carry into this game. You know, we just got to play our game, you know, the game that we're accustomed to playing. And I know we will be fine as a football team.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Appreciate you.
Any final questions for Coach? All right, Coach, as always, we appreciate your time. Look forward to speaking to you again next week.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody at Pine Bluff are well. The opportunity to go on the road to Jackson, talk a little bit about going over there and trying to get one, the us against the world mentality. If you don't have on black and gold, just talk about locking in and what it's like to go in and try to get one.
Well, obviously, you know, we talk about the 4 fights daily. You talk about public perception, you talk about fatigue, you talk about the vision from within and us versus them. That's really all it's about. It's about the golden lines versus them. And they schedule you for their homecoming for a reason. All right, they think you're going to come here, you're going to lay down. They think you'll play hard for a quarter. Can you put 4 quarters together? They don't respect you. So let's go out there and show the world who we are. We're building a program here. Man, they got everything they need over there. It's a beautiful place. So I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to get on that big long bus, drive for 4 hours, take about 80 guys with us, support staff, about 120 guys total. And you get a chance to lock on. Because at the end of the day, hey, it's our 11 against their 11. And let's see who wants this thing the most. And, they're a good football team, and we give them credit. But we get a chance to measure our football team again against a really good quality opponent that is getting the respect that they deserve. I'm happy for Coach TC. Obviously, man, that job means a lot to him, and he's done a really good job. So I'm excited about taking my team down there to be able to face him in this atmosphere.